Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Shaq here, and today we're going to talk about everything that we need to know about Warzone 2. So, right before we start, leave a like and subscribe, comment if you haven't already, and let's get right into the video. So the first thing I want to show you is the new looting UI that they added. I don't know how to feel about this. If you zoom in towards the weapons, you can see what the enemy had. You'll even see what you have and what's in your backpack. I think that's pretty cool, because it's a new feature, but I don't like the UI as much. Also, Charlie Intel, they're a trusted source. They said that there won't be any loadouts whatsoever in the Warzone 2.0, that we have to get our own weapons and upgrade them. So honestly, I'm kind of interested to see how that will work. I don't know if the community would like that, and I'm pretty sure Activision would bring loadouts back if that was the case. But I still think that's pretty cool if they get rid of loadouts and you have to get a gun and you have to upgrade it. So you basically would have a least chance of having the same loadout every single game, because weapons would be different. So yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how that would go. Now let's talk about the Warzone. Once it released, they're gonna have this beta DMZ mode out. So as it says on the top, so for the DMZ game mode, it says it involves an inventory of weapons and other valuable items from the exclusion zone. Players will start with a small inventory of free contraband weapons. Contraband guns are only usable in DMZ, and if you lose them on the battlefield, they are gone forever. Weapons acquired from other players or enemies on the battlefield are considered contraband or after extracting with them. So that's kind of interesting. That kind of reminds me of for some reason it reminds me of Vanguard, when you had that one game mode where you'd have basically where you spawn in different areas, and you would basically start off with weapons and stuff that are in that game mode only, and it wouldn't come in any other game mode, I'm pretty sure. So if you played in DMZ and you lose it in DMZ, you lose it in total as DMZ. So that's kind of interesting. Another cool thing, I think, from what I see from the second sentence, which is talking about customizing weapons, is that in game you can put modifications or attachments on weapons, even weapon blueprints. So that's actually kind of cool, if I'm correct with that. Because let's say you get a FSS recon or something, and you could put an attachment that you find, like a muzzle or a barrel or an ammunition. That would be pretty cool. And another one that they talk about is that, yeah, you won't really have any personal loadouts or anything, so you can even level up with factions, which I'm not really familiar with. I don't really play factions or anything like that. And if they also talk about XP, you can get it in other ways too, such as getting contraband weapons, which then you can get to get the base weapon. So basically, if you find contraband, basically is parts of the weapon. If you find parts of a weapon and you basically collect enough parts, you can basically make the gun through a gunsmith, and you will get a ton of XP for that. So that is a new way of getting levels in the Warzone 2.0. Something cool is if you lose your weapon or something, you could either pay to get it back, or you could go to a stash area in one of the during the match. Even if you have your backpack that gets filled up, you have locations where you could get weapons and a bunch of other cool stuff. And yeah, that's honestly pretty sick. That's for the new DMZ mode. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in the regular multiplayer Warzone games. It would only be in this game mode. So basically, these next two images that I'll show you will show you how to play the DMZ game mode, and basically a little tutorial on what you should do and how you should start playing it, as if supply runs, and what is the best team way to play. I mean, honestly, you could run it as a solo, but they recommend you play it as a trio, and they even teach you how to play as well. And they also show you other stuff with the exclusion zone, which is based in the DMZ zone. So yeah, you could just pause and read it back and everything. I'll go on to the next images and the next video, which is something that you could actually do in the new Warzone 2, which is a new game mechanic, and I think it's really sick. This is a photo that I got from Xbox.com. So basically, you can get your enemies to rat out on their teammates without or with them speaking. Like they could like you could basically take them down, and then instead of finishing them, you could get them to tell you where their teammates are. Basically how like the Fortnite shakedown was, but this is like a Warzone. It's kind of different. So yeah.
You're halfway to mission complete. Stay sharp.
Has to be one of the coolest things I've seen so far from every single video I've probably seen. That you could actually be on your helicopter and you could jump off of yours onto an enemy's, and you could literally kill them through their own helicopter. This is also a little clip of DMZ. This is looting like the regular boxes and stuff. It's actually really interesting how instead of like just loot popping out, you actually have a UI that pops up and shows everything. Like look at this buy station that they have in the new game mode DMZ as well. You'll also get premium XP if you have Modern Warfare 2, so you get extra XP as well, which I think is really good. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't already, and I'll let you know more leaks until the game has come out. When the game comes out, I'll play it live. So yeah, just like subscribe.